Have you ever noticed how Valentine's Day looks like the happiest day of the year? Flowers, romantic dinners, perfect couples everywhere. It feels like the entire world is celebrating love. But here's something nobody really talks about. For many people, Valentine's Day is one of the most emotionally difficult days of the year. Because behind the roses and heart emojis, there's a hidden psychological pressure that affects singles, couples, and even people in happy relationships. And today, we're going to talk about the dark side of Valentine's Day. Not to ruin it, but to help you understand your emotions and protect your mental well-being during it.
Let's start with the first hidden effect: social comparison. Valentine's Day is one of the biggest social media holidays. Your feed suddenly fills with proposals, expensive gifts, romantic trips, and couples who look like they've stepped out of a movie. And here's what happens psychologically. Your brain automatically starts comparing your life to what you see online. You start wondering, why don't I have that? Why didn't my partner do something like this? Why am I still single? Psychologists call this social comparison bias. Social media only shows highlights, never reality. You don't see arguments. You don't see insecurity. You don't see doubts. But your brain treats those perfect moments as normal life. And suddenly, your own life starts feeling smaller, even if it's actually healthy and real.
Now let's talk about something even more dangerous: unrealistic expectations. Valentine's Day creates a romantic script in people's minds. Perfect gifts, perfect surprises, perfect emotional moments. But real relationships don't follow movie scripts. When expectations become too high, disappointment becomes almost guaranteed. One partner might expect a big romantic gesture. The other might simply want quiet quality time together. And when those expectations don't match, small misunderstandings can quickly turn into arguments. Relationship therapists often notice that Valentine's Day amplifies existing problems. Not because love disappears, but because pressure exposes cracks that were already there.
Now, here's something that affects millions of people every year: the loneliness effect. If you are single, Valentine's Day can feel like a spotlight shining directly on your relationship status. Suddenly, being single doesn't feel neutral anymore. It can feel like failure. But psychologically, this happens because humans are wired to follow social norms. When society loudly celebrates couples, your brain interprets it as a signal that you're missing something important. Even if your life is full of friendships, goals, and growth, this one day can make you question your worth. And that feeling can be incredibly heavy. But Valentine's Day doesn't only affect singles. It also affects couples in ways people rarely admit. Modern Valentine's Day often connects love with material expression: expensive gifts, luxury dinners, big gestures. Slowly, people start measuring love through money or visible effort. If someone receives a smaller gift, they might unconsciously question how much they are loved, not because they are ungrateful, but because society has linked love with proof. This can create silent resentment, guilt, and misunderstanding between partners who actually care deeply about each other.
And sometimes, Valentine's Day doesn't create relationship problems. It simply reveals them. Many couples avoid difficult conversations during the year. They stay busy. They ignore emotional distance. But Valentine's Day forces people to pause and evaluate their relationship. And when reality doesn't match expectations, it can trigger emotional conflicts that have been building quietly for months.
But here's the most important part. Valentine's Day itself is not the enemy. Unrealistic expectations about love are. Love isn't about one perfect day. It's about consistent small moments, honest conversations, emotional safety, growth together. If Valentine's Day makes you feel pressure or sadness, it doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It means you are human, living in a culture that often sells idealized versions of love. So instead of comparing your life to social media, try redefining what this day means for you. Celebrate friendship, family, self-love, or simply appreciate the relationships already in your life. Because real love isn't loud, perfect, or Instagram ready. Real love is patient, messy, growing, and deeply personal. Your value is not measured by your relationship status. Your love story is not behind schedule. And the healthiest relationships are built in ordinary days, not just on February 14th. If this video helped you see Valentine's Day from a new perspective, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear this today. Because sometimes, the most powerful reminder is knowing you're not alone in how you feel.